Today, from Lumen Field in Seattle,
just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started.
And off we go from Seattle.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Flush to his right.
Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Off of play action. Here's Smith.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
That's good for a first down. His second catch of the opening drive. From the gun, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
From the gun, it's Walker.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Smith. That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Geno now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Smith.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Shotgun now for Carr.
There's Chris Olave.
That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a yard. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and a yard.
Coming left is Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's Carr to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle. 2nd and 7.
Kamara up the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that foot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Out of the gun, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And now they're in the hurry up. A shotgun snap for Smith. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Geno on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Smith. Escaping the pressure right.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the red zone now, Smith eluding the pressure right.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
Carr now to throw.
He completes it to Olave.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st down, Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw is Carr.
Olave over the middle.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Derek Hall.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Hall in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. Now from way back there after the sack, it's 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal. Now Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And this one is right down the middle. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
On second down, here's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Smith. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 17-3. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Carr going to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara.
And this will wind up as Saints' 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Carr.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A 10th carry for Kamara.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr.
Sideline throw is caught by Valdez-Scantling.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The point after, good by Groupie.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now Geno. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Myers' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Now Carr. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing his Carr. He's got his target. It's Olave. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Here's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So time for Carr and the Saints. Down 20-10. Exactly 1 minute remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Carr to throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. Carr. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now Carr, got to have this one. Down the left sideline. He's got the 1st down and potentially a lot more. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Groupie for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal. And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now Carr.
That'll be caught by Hill.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Here's 1st down. Smith to throw.
Rolling to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
So it's the Saints who are going to be in position to get the ball first as we are back underway and set for overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
The defense did its part. 3 points now. All they need is they work on 2nd down. And Smith's throw into the hands of Fan.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Now it's the veteran Jamal Williams.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up.